Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from all of the LCK Spring matchups of the day. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
It's been so meta for so long as Lens is in trouble.
Well, you can do this as well. Flash forward from Teddy, but Lens is too quick. As now Pace trying to take the 1v2. This is not going well. He's missing kind of everything now. As flash forward with the bubble. That's going to be first blood going to Pace, though. And now Pleta is going to pick up the kill. Pleta, unfortunately, I think extending for the Lulu. Maybe should have just focused on the Zeri. And that will give first blood to Pace. Yeah,
that does end up giving Pace the first blood. He's probably shocked to see it. Didn't want to use his flash there and will not do so. So 3 summoners down for DRX. 3 for Gen.G, but critically the flash still available for Pace.
That's a red card as well. Keen's in a bit of trouble. And he is going to utilize the Ghost, trying to just outrun the Vi here. Gold card is going to come through, but easily canceled by the cease and desist. Keen still holding on to his flash, though, and he is going to utilize it, and they can't get under the turret.
Guess what?
Yeah, now Canyon says, oh, this is a free little dive down here on the bottom side. Tidal Wave comes through. It's a double bubble. It's going to hit them as Teddy gets some huge damage into Lehens, but at the end of the day, Teddy also is going to bite the dust. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Gen.G. Here is Yehu. Trying to make some plays, is going to force a flash at a Pace.
We'll have to flash, of course, when Yehu comes down, but a good play, good reaction to that extended topside play coming through from Sponge.
Yehu kind of an awkward spot there up against the wall. Canyon is going to pick up the 3rd bub for himself. Looks like Sponge took 2 and then ran away. Yeah. Still chasing him, and a huge amount of burst damage comes in onto Pace, but Rascal, he chases too far. The flash comes out. He's got a dash over the wall, and he will be okay. But now...
Yeah, Yehu decided to come down there to try to make sure they could follow up on that play, but I don't know if that was necessary. It's going to cost him a plate that I don't think it really needed to lose, as Rascal's still in an uncomfortable spot. No ult, no flash. Clears the wave.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's dead. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have any more dashes. He's just taken out. Kind of funny.
In this case for DRX, which doesn't feel great about that being the only advantage you have in this game. I mean, you blink and it's a 4,000 gold lead.
Yehu just flashed, and now there's a TF underneath the turret. He's got to run. The fear is excellent, but now he's got a Yone right behind him, and Chovy just barely going to get away. Sponge is going in, and he might be able to pick up this kill. Yes, he will, but now level 10 Canyon is getting on in there as the jungle jacks, and you're not getting away from this one, especially with the TF gold card, as that will be another kill in the hands of Gen.G.
Gen.G to see everything on the map, every single play, every single angle. There's some money coming through, but the Zeri's got 2 kills. Yone picked up some plates, and
And Pleta does have heal and tidal wave. He's got a lot of stuff to actually help, and you know what? Canyon oversteps, and he's just gonna flash out of there. He's like, never mind, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Teddy has cleanse, and he is going to utilize it here just to be safe.
Really, mid-turret also gone.
Now we got Yehu around as the fear is going to come through. Huge amount of burst onto Pace, but the wild growth makes him a tank, and he's just going to flash away after taking damage from the fireball. As now, maybe Canyon thinking about diving that turret. And just going to wait until the Renekton goes, and then he's going to wait until the Wei goes. And the TP comes through, actually, so maybe just waiting to actually dive here as a 3-man unit, 1v3.
Yeah, once the wave crashes, they have an opportunity for sure. Yehu doesn't have flash.
It is Wei, and he's trying desperately to clear the wave, but he's not going to clear the cannon. A very unfortunate timing for him. They're just going to kill the turret. It's not even a dive anymore. They're just 3v1 bullying him on the bottom side of the map. Fortunately, it doesn't feel like there's too much to hold on to, as now Yehu in a lot of trouble, gets flash, gold carded, and CC'd to death. And that'll be the end of him. Good luck trying to side lane against all of this roaming power from Gen.G.
They have to contest Baron. DRX here, they have to check this, and so very scary now. You have to be on the top side of the map. Yone's still bottom, but that's teleport, of course.
In this game.
Well, if you want to put 2 Ts on it, I feel like Gen.G might butt in to his plan.
Oh boy. It's perfect. And look at this, the engage is pretty perfect as well, as Sponge trying to get something done. He's going to get blast coned in. Unfortunate, very rare usage of that plant, but that's going to be his demise, as that is the end of Sponge. Gen.G are just kind of playing with their food at this point. They have total control over all of the map. They could do Baron if they want.
Could stay a little bit longer. They just have so much control. He could just wait for the next wave and keep hitting the turret. They're going to 3-man this mid turret. Actually, even Canyon coming over here. Look at how much damage he does. It's just absurd.
Yeah. Cullen comes out. Cleared the wave, I guess. And meanwhile, Wei still exists in this game, I swear. And again, it doesn't even really feel like this is Yehu's fault. Like, he tried his best. He did get caught the one time, but then the TF ganked him. Like, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is really hard. Pick your poison, DRX.
Keen runs in a straight line at them, takes more than half his health bar, but he's still going to land the gold card, so I guess he did his job. He's got the RFC online, and they're not able to dodge him as Canyon is behind the whole team. Chovy getting in there. He's going to keep Rascal around, takes him down. A lot of damage into Chovy, but meanwhile, the front line of DRX is just disappearing, evaporating before our eyes, as now Pays underneath the turret. Another gold card is going to hit Teddy, as he doesn't have anyone else on his team. That is a clean ace for the side of Gen.G.
There you go. There you have it. 24.5 minutes in. They're going to push to end here. 30 seconds on the Lucian, 30 seconds on the way.
It's over.
It's done. That's it. That was the last and only real team fight. And it wasn't even a real team fight. It was just them getting caught. He's like, that's the Twisted Fate gameplay. I lose half my health bar, press gold card, my team wins.
I have the RFC. I attacked him. Banned in the second phase of game 1 because they didn't want to see him play it. But this time they said, I think that the TF is a bigger issue. And the Rumble, for some reason.
Yeah, the Rumble pressure early. He's played the Tristana so many times, he's played into it so many times, knows this matchup. He's going to get slowed here.
The whole team is in the brush, guys. As they're going to bubble it, they're going to get the flash out of Yehu. Trying to get something out of Chovy. Lahen's going to flash over the wall now. He's in a bit of trouble, as he doesn't have his flash anymore, and he should be going down here. As flash forward now from Pleta, looking for more. And it's first blood to Maokai. Sponge going to pick this one up.
Yeah, some flashes down here. You know, Chovy, Lahen, of course, to punish this Ashe Caitlyn. They do not have vision in the brush.
So they saw him on the Gromp. They're not respecting this engage. Pleta does not have flash, so he's just dead. Guys, you saw him on the Gromp. Your support doesn't have flash. There wasn't a ward. There was no way to see him coming on in, but they could have extrapolated that there was a chance he would get
Flashless Pleta will also die.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about saying, okay, most likely he's just going to path towards his red. He's behind, he lost a buff already, so maybe he's not going to come bot, but either way, that's the way it did pan out. And now Sponge is on the bottom side of the map here. Pays already taking a bunch of damage. Just step on a trap. He is going to cleanse away from the root, but this is pretty elementary, as a very nice dive does come in from the side of DRX.
Well played. Teddy should be able to grab that plate as well. He does, and now Lahen's is next on the chopping block.
Yep, Pleta going to tank up a couple of shots, and it's done perfectly. That's a couple of kills now for DRX on the bottom side of the map.
Really massive. And Canyon, this time they retained this lethality. Caitlyn has Frog.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The knockup is going to come in here as he gets knocked away by the hammer. So Frog doesn't have any way to get away from this, although it does go pretty far away. But this is Cassante, who am I kidding? He's got another dash in about a second or two. It's a straight up solo kill that does come through from Keith.
His ultimate, and he will have to flash, as you mentioned, as once again Canyon stays down here.
This time there is Arrow, all summoners available for DRX's bottom lane. Still just trying to help out the bottom lane. Canyon's taking a lot of damage here, but now Pleta, he's not going to respect the Rel combo. He's just going to get Magnus Stormed in the face, as here comes Sponge, but is he on time is the question. Another Q is going to come through, and Teddy just gets run into, as Pays will be able to take him down with the help of Lahen's. Actually flashes and then dies, as Sponge might be able to follow up on this one. Nice Q from Sponge, but not going to be able to get any more kills.
Some of that, bit of a messy one down there, but Gen.G have really evened up the gold.
Yeah, and what do you do when new players join the LCK? You bully them. This dive is not going very well. Pays just going to die to the turret. So actually, Gen.G are the ones bullying themselves, I guess. That dive was not it.
What is going on, Valdez?
Yeah, who's just dead? No flash, no rocket jump. Not sure how that one happened. Maybe he jumped in again, and then he died. Well, now we have something happening on the top side of the map. 3v3, and it's an engage from Canyon. Pleta is once again dead. He's just taking a huge amount of damage from this one, and now Canyon's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to run this one off with his horse pants, but it's not quite going to work out. The heal comes through, but the Q hits, as down will go Lahen's, and DRX win the 3v3.
Sponge has 4 kills, Valdez, in this game. He got that Night Spout early, and with the Merc Treads, he just runs at them. He doesn't care. And Pays He wants to stop these plates from going over, but he is actually now under threat. He wants to farm. Yehu
is dead. Is he? One P. Yeah, that's it.
You knew he was dead.
Snow Rocket to hit that one. Peas also has cleanse, and now Canyon, he's just gonna say, okay, well, my mid lane's going pretty well, so I guess I'll just come here into the mid lane and help out with this. Meanwhile, in the top side, Sponge knows where his bread is buttered, as maybe he doesn't actually. Double TP is coming in from the entire side of Gen.G. Teddy is so dead, and down he will go. Keen not going to be able to catch Sponge, as Canyon will do the job instead, as he was just running up the river himself. The disengage cone is definitely going to help out very nicely here, but unfortunately, Cassante is more overpowered than the blast cones that try very hard to deny us any action. So he is going to pick up that kill, as Gen.G are right back in the game.
Now, Frog was able to push bottom here, grab a turret. Yehu did a significant amount of damage to this mid turret, so it wasn't all for nothing.
A lot of shielding, you have the Nami as well. So at least you have that. Chovy might be in a bit of trouble here, as the Maokai ultimate does come out. Does get caught by the edge of that one. Very nice shockwave. There is no wave here, but it does not matter, as they just burst down Chovy. That's a big shutdown in the hands of Frog now.
That was what I was talking about in the draft, the combo. You just press Maokai ult, you press
in the side lane right now.
And this is what I said in the draft is, okay, well, I'm going to get this turret at least in mid.
Look at Canyon. He's so far behind them. As now Sponge is like, I'm just going to run away, I guess. And down go the Rift Heralds. And out comes Sponge.
The Rift Herald escape pod.
Yeah.
In action here, Sponge will have the flash away, but they're not done yet.
Thankfully, Chovy has... Nope, it's not going to matter. The ult does follow. And no disengage code, and is going to help him out this time. As now Sponge is going to get re-caught here with no summoners. Down he goes. 19 kills in a 21-minute game. Yeah.
Where's that poke, Frog? He's got the plant to give him some additional vision. Not going to be a great one, but it's enough.
The hawk shots are good. They know exactly the health of this as it is coming down. There is a trinket as well. DRX are going to have to do something. Gen.G are not backing down from this Baron. As we can see, the poke is going to hit Chovy mainly, as now the tidal wave is excellent to keep Sponge out of this one. And look at Keen as well, just going to ult him. Excellently done by the top laner of Gen.G to keep the jungler out of this one. But now can they win the fight is the question. As here comes Canyon, going to take down Frog, as he is the front line right now. And the Maokai, you know, Sponge, he's the only one left here with 380 carries. He's just got to turn tail and get out. Thankfully, the Blast Cone saves his life and avoids more action. The right call. They have the tanky front line to take up the Baron early on in the game as well. And now with the Baron, they're going to be able to put on a huge amount of pressure onto this map. With the Baron power plays, here comes the Hex Blast, but the Nature's Grasp is going to help out a bit, but only helps out the rest of the team, Sponge not included.
Yeah, who's going to get a turret up here top side, so it's not all for nothing here for DRX. Not all for naught, the lost turret mid, but it's going to be a trait. You got to be further back than you are.
You got to avoid the minefield as well. Culling is going to come out, and Teddy's so low, and he just gets taken out, assassinated by the Lucian. I guess that's why we still pick this champion, as that's a double kill for Pays. Already has 3 items, and he is assassinating people.
Yeah, well, nice try, Teddy. Flashing away, but not a different angle to the culling.
Pays. So your damage dealers are doing a lot, and your tanks have just stacked an incredible amount of armor, as Pleta doesn't exist anymore. He is just pushed away, as we do have a big fight coming in here, and Yehu's just not here. Neither is Keen, but now Sponge is going to be taken out as well, and Canyon finally pulls the trigger. They don't even need that Baron. They're just going to run at DRX and kill 4 of them. And that might just be the end of the game.
Yep, they end up catching them there in the top lane before the Baron even spawns. Who needs Baron setups? King gets his 1500th kill, the first LCK top laner to do so. And he may be picking up a POG in this one as well. They're pushed to end.
Yeah, that should do it. And Gen.G gonna make it pretty quick here. We talked about some long metas in recent times. Not the case when Gen.G does play off against teams they are much better than. So, quick 2-0. And a bunch of kills in this second game. Gen.G, you see that Keen just takes negative damage.
For Twisted Fate to play out than a lot of our other top matchups where you do just gold card and walk away.
Such as Renekton.
Yes.
We also saw today for some reason.
Because now the Udyr, he gets gold carded, but he recovers from that quite his most successful picks career-wise.
Well, level 2 hit here. Okay, there, Gio does get it. Nice little handshake as Keria is going to try to get the knockup, but Guma forced to flash away. Gio does eat a turret shot now, and now Keria's getting in there. And one more auto would do it. Can he get in range? But no, the Q's gonna come in from the Renata, and even with the lick, maybe. No, he's gonna get the last auto, and that will be first blood going to Keria as Peter immediately trades it back.
Really good plays. Completely outclassed like we saw Chovy do to Yehu. This whole draft falls apart. Zoner
tries to stick around to get this ward, and in the 2v2, this should favor Faker and Owner, as now Calmy's eating a huge amount of damage himself, and Sylvie now has to flash away. Q lands from Owner, and that is just a straight up kill. Gets a little bit of help from Faker, and now Owner's coming back. He's angry, and he's not even looking. Calmy just dies and accepts his fate. The level 4 Sejuani gank, I mean, Sylvie does not have flash, and yes, Faker doesn't either. But he can just run north, as now it all comes down, and Calmy is going to try to take him out, and he does! And now the interrupt on Owner, but he still gets that E down. And Sylvie is not able to do much, unless Owner sticks around. Might have a little scuffle. Miss on the Sonic Wave now, but Flail does. A lot of matchups end up that way against Orianna. So now Q is going to connect here onto Sylvie as the action does not stop in this early game. Here comes Keria, just going to dive onto 2 people. There's no level 6 for them, but he's got it as Devour comes through. And now Gio's in a lot of trouble as Owner is getting pretty low. The bailout comes in, and actually Gio is fine for just a little bit. As now we get another Abyssal dive, but it's denied as the Lick is going to get the kill from Keria. And we got a little 2-on-2 action now. Peter and Calmy on the run. And meanwhile, Faker just
not able to come down here and make an impact on this play just yet. He's waiting to maybe look to do it, but they know he's missing mid.
Yeah. And now he's gonna jump on in. He does have his ult, I believe. Maybe not. Just gonna auto him down. The E is good enough, but now Keria, a nice little dodge sidestep here from Calmy, and Peter's blocking the Lick, and there's no Devour at the moment. Maybe one more one more lick
for by Nongshim. Well, the bottom lane isn't winning, Valdez, and that's where I was going back to. Is like, yeah, they're like, you wouldn't put Senna into Kalista. Tom Kent's Senna into Kalista. We've seen teams try to do that. You got to ban that and then pick the Senna. But Keria is pretty good. His Owner just keeps pushing this.
He is going to land the kick though, and he's got some help as well. The roam up from their bottom lane. Guma right here is going to help out in that one.
Going to be Chemtech Soul. Either Valdez. We have that confirmed early, so I think the action will just continue here.
Calmy just got back to lane. And Sylvie just got his ult back, though. Might be able to punish Faker here, who does have his flash, but doesn't have anywhere really to run, and he's just going to run into the turret instead, and Sylvie will pick up the kill.
Yeah, Faker looked really... You can't win this matchup, then Tristana just does not end up doing anything.
Well, I'm going to try to play onto Zeus here underneath the turret, as we'll hold the gold card, but Sylvie is tanking up the turret, as now we got TP coming in, and Zeus is burning down a bit, but now with Faker and Keria making their way into this fight, it's looking pretty good for the side of T1 as Dundun. He is Udyr, but not too easy to run away from the Tom Kent. Abyssal Dive comes through, one more lick will be dodged, and will not get stunned up because of that dodge. Nicely done by Dundun to get away.
Yeah, nice escape from him. He is Udyr after all, very good at escaping, but Faker did not have his ult when he eventually teleported in. Okay, he does now.
Okay. All right.
That's what I was going to say, was he didn't have his ult there to catch him, but he does now, and also perfect in time.
I think he is in some trouble, especially if Sylvie does come through the jungle here. Although he might be able to execute.
I think he might, and okay, Peter.
It's looking pretty likely that he gets out here. Although Peter is really fast. But so is Orianna after all. Faker's going to get away and just gets executed down after taking the turret. Meanwhile, they're getting a Chemtech Drake as Nongshim.
Extremely aggressive plays and turn them around, and they're not faltering.
Runners going in. They don't really have any vision, but they don't seem to care. Handshake comes through on a Peter as Owner's basically just trying to decide if he wants to go for a little insect play or not. Decides on no. Faker in a bit of trouble here as they might have the burst damage. He does have arm guard already, but a bit of help from Senna perhaps. No, this is, oh, well, Owner's gonna get on over, and now he gets the kick onto the Tristana, and Sejuani is barely gonna have enough damage. Sylvie will take him out. Calmy will be traded back though.
Yeah, Owner basically 1v1ing the Tristana there as Faker will escape. Owner has 5 kills this game. He's sitting on a Sundered Sky and just some additional health in the longsword.
The turret in the inner bottom turret as well, so he's feeling pretty good about his situation. He's had mostly a free game, although he has been ganked quite a lot. As now he's trying to go 1v1 versus Call Me here. One more card should do it, and that it will, as Zeus takes him down.
Yeah, he's just that far behind. Cannot fight this. What kind of night it is for them? It's a weird night. It's not quietly into that weird night.
It's a popcorn night.
It's a popcorn night. Good night to have popcorn in the audience. As the gold lead growing.
Nice flash, at least, to get away from that one. But now we got TPs galore. Everybody's joining in this one. As, oh god, Call Me is tanking all of the damage. Really nice ult on the 2 of them, though. But the Devourer comes through onto Zeus. He will survive as they take out Call Me. And they will take out the Kalista as well. And immediately the fight is turned around. The Devourer coming in huge here. And T1, of course, with the very large wallets at the moment. Can they take out Zeus? The answer is no. And that is a clean ace for T1.
Team fight there. 2-item Kalista.
And Karya is a Omega tank at the moment. Like, he's got 2 armor items. They don't have AP damage outside of Udyr, as Bailout comes out, just kind of laughable at this point. Call Me is going to avoid the loyalty program. And yeah, they're just kind of putting them out of their misery. T1 not wasting any time with this one. As maybe Faker, oh god, he just is gonna get devoured. And yeah, Call Me just sad by himself in the fountain. T1 should be able to take this first game in about 23 minutes.
The most T1 game I've ever feel like I've seen, Valdez. Just so much coordination.
Look at that healing, Jesus.
The healing is crazy. Down goes the Nexus. Every time you think you've got him, every time you think you found an angle, they're just better at rotating.
Just watching this in Challenger League.
So when I watched Challengers, when it was Ash Rumble, what T1 Challengers did was Smash and Reckless, was they slowed. Contest possible here for Dragon, and that is not what you want to see. And if you are running the Karma, he is going to come over now, but it's very late. See if they can get something done in this skirmish. So hard to fight with Smolder in these very, very early skirmishes.
There's just no way. I mean, he's just dead. I don't even know why they walked up to that one. Peter just going to die. He did try to flash, and
thing is a commentator watching Smolder games sometimes with our east side teams, it's just the win conditions aren't necessarily fully understood. As Sylvie coming up here, let's see if Zeus is in trouble.
Yeah, this is Mininar, and he is going to have to flash out of this one. Tries to flash to the side, still gets hit by the Q, as Sylvie is a genius on that one, and Dindin gonna take a bunch of damage, but he will be just...
Somebody click on Smolder.
No, don't.
Somebody
Please,
click on Smolder.
No, I don't want to see it.
I think we know.
I'm gonna guess 30. Well, the ult's gonna come in here as Sylvie is going to eat a bunch of ultimate abilities. Has to flash the seismic shove here. Does Jiwoo. As everybody has joined, you talk about the ability of the Taliyah to where they're getting denied so many minions right now.
It's insane.
Like, look at how much XP they lost. And now they're gonna try to fight this 4v4, but again, their bottom lane doesn't exist. Jiwoo is gonna hit a Q. That one's point and click, thankfully, and Donor just flashes away, and he's totally fine as the rest of them. Just gonna pump damage into that Karma. And, well, at least the turret survives. I don't think that's actually a good thing at this point in time.
No, it's keeping him away from minions. It's really annoying for him, actually, as you will get some of these at least.
Just gonna flap away. And the Q is dodged here. I mean, this is just like, this is just bullying. And are they going to get the turret? I don't know. Chain of Corruption comes down, and now Peter's going to just barely survive with that shield as Sylvie desperate to try to help, and he finally will be able to. As the turret, it stays alive on about 5 health.
Yeah, well, that ended up backfiring for T1 in a big way, staying there. This play, on the other hand, where Rumble just presses Q and flashes onto the poor Milio, who can't do anything about it. Call Me?
Okay, well, now Call Me is, he is Karma. He's just going to flash out of this one. Faker, though, with his own flash, trying to hit some rocks, and that he will. Flashes forward for that kill. As looks like Owner just threw an ult in, and Call Me just got comboed. The power of...
Blindfolded, actually. Lee Sin's on the other side.
Birthday Party just got really overly aggressive at this point, and Karya is just eating 3 turret shots for some reason, so he is just going to die. trying to flank on the support rumble, I guess. I don't know.
It's okay.
Talia with Infernal Soul, Varus with Infernal Soul. Heck, even Gnar. Pretty strong, as Calmy does not have Flash. He does have a Tether and Prayer, I suppose. But after Shock does come through, and the Permafrost, and that will be the end of the Karma. Just very far up the lane. With
Mysterious, but
well,
let's see how mysterious this is. Yeah, let's see.
Now, Talia, okay, he is going to be able to knock him away. And now he's got a Blast Cone. Maybe can help him out with a TP coming in, though. Looks like Faker is not very long for this world. He is going to get a nice combo, though, on a Calmy. He's keeping them at range. Another Q is going to land here from Calmy, but eventually Sylvie works up the courage to challenge Faker, and that will be the end of that. So we do have the the red carpet is called down, and Keria is just shelling at him from range. Doesn't even need to burn him in this case.
So much time spent on the bottom lane for Sylvie. Obviously, that yes, Faker dies, but they get to set up that play topside with the support rumble, drop the equalizer, and coming up empty.
Yeah.
So he calculated there from Sylvie, like sand going through Owner's fingers.
Well, Keria's ganking top again. And let's see how this one goes. Udyr this time around is unmovable, but it does not matter. As he got CC'd by dying, actually, this time around. Nice little steal here from Sylvie, trying to make a play. Kick comes through, hits the both of them. Now Mom is called down for, it feels like the first time in this game, actually. 14 minutes in, and they just...
As T1 a little bit late on the rotation. Zayas does have TP. He's getting a turret, meanwhile.
I wonder if we're going to get a Huni rating on this Rumble, by the way. It's a support Rumble, so perhaps not, but he has gone for the Huni builds, including Ignite, as you would in the bottom lane. Zayas is here. Mega Gnar is about to time out, though, as ult comes down, and everybody's corralled against the wall. Oh, no! Zayas is going to take advantage of that. Now, it does go the way of Nongshim. The Drake, they do take it out, and it's a one-for-one trade at the moment. Keria flashes the wall, doesn't get anything. Comes up empty, and you know what? Nongshim, they get the Drake. Good job. So I don't think he's that close, but he's at 174, which is not bad considering the way the early game went for 18.5 minutes. So
yeah, got a decent amount of stacks off that last fight, too, and now he's going to go get some off of Guma.
Yeah, it's a bit more. Let's add a little bit more into that. Guma getting pretty low. Equalizer comes down as Sylvie gets in there and he catches Guma. And he might go down for it, but look at the damage he does. Dundee gets into that back line. In this happy game, he doesn't feel very happy anymore as Nongshim are fighting, but Calmy does stay a bit too far ahead of his team as everybody else was running away. Felt like Nongshim might have been able to extend. Still pretty good. And now actually it says right down there that it's at 6.93, so actually pretty good.
Yeah,
at the moment. And we're getting some damage into this one. Equalizer comes down. That is a nice wall to get them against the wall. But it is going to be smited away by the owner, actually. As now, in the pit they are. They all got to flash away. And down will go Sylvie. Not able to secure that objective. So T1 able to get this fight and get the Infernal Soul point.
Still have enough space on the... Still at least salvage it in that you were able to get the the dragon itself and you get some of that scaling. But now T1 are on Soul point. They win the fight. They are going to start Baron.
Well... Mom's trying to help out here. Faker is pretty low, gets a big shield from the Saris, but they're not going to be able to stop this Baron from going down as Jiu going to flash forward and doesn't even get the kill. Owner might bite the dust, but trying to just back out this one. It is going to elect to flash away. Zeus as well just hops, and T1 are pretty much out. Calmy is going to hit the Mantra Q, but no execute right now. And now they're actually trying to turn something onto Jiu. You do not have to stay here, T1. As Jiu is flapping on in, looking for a bit more. They do not have any vision. And now the entirety of the team at T1 is sticking around as they're looking for a fight.
Yeah, this is T1's way. Oh, you think you're going to pick us? We're actually, how many of us are still over here? You don't know. And now they know.
Jiu's going to miss. Unfortunate. But now they're...
Time of the Baron away with repeatedly stopping those backs, but not able to get any kills. As Dundee will get some bounty gold here for his squad, but see if Zayas can make anything of this play with the Weaver Wall.
It's looking like Dindon is going to run away from all the rocks. If you can outrun the rock missile speed, I think you'll be fine here. He's just running the opposite way now, trying to buy as much time as possible. And you know what? He might just be fine, especially with this nice little disengage cone. Not sure why we still have these in the game. Dindon just still running. And I think he's going to go down right now as Nongshim trying to fight here in a 4v3. Gonna bait down an ult from Owner, I guess.
I mean, the idea is good at the moment. That dude's on that last fight, and if he's just a few stacks ahead when he flashes for that play, maybe he gets the kill, his equalizer is going to be huge.
The equalizer is pretty gigantic. Calmy is in a lot of trouble. He does not have his flash. He's just running away from this one. Carrion, he's got Sylvie on top of him, doesn't care. Even Mom's going to try to help out, but it does not matter. And T1, looks like they've had enough of the shenanigans, trying to get some actual value out of their Baron push.
Yeah, a very weird game, but the chaos is...
Ooh. And the poke is it's beginning to land here. The VAR is having a bit easier of a time from range. Calmy is not hitting the poke. And it might just come down to a bit of a split unless T1 can get a fight started on their terms. As everybody on the side of Nongshim is just backing away. We got a wall here. They just want to get this Infernal Soul. And Nongshim are just going to give it up. They say, nope, we don't have the positioning on this one. And we are just going to let them have it.
It's not getting better for Nongshim, but if they lose a fight here, the game just ends. So to be proactive. They're trying to find an angle, but T1 just not leaving any openings, and Zeus has teleport. He's going to threaten the second inhibitor here. Somebody has to respond, but that means Baron. And it's not going to be Dindin. He's not enough to answer this push.
Well, I guess it's the whole team. Guys are going to give away the Baron.
It's Gnar also here for Zeus.
Will they get Zeus is the question. It looks like they should be able to relatively easily. And yeah, Zeus is like, okay, you got me. You did get me. But you're giving away the Baron. And I suppose for Nongshim, they'd say, well, we're never going to be able to try to fight for Baron right now, so let's just take the consolation prize. But again, it kind of feels like you're...
Indians will. He gets it.
No, they won't.
He gets it, right? He wants Dindin instead.
He's going to take down Dindin. And now we got a wall coming down. Zeus is going to get that one. As Faker is just going to have to go into stasis. He is going to be executed. And now Sylvie, he gets a kick and immediately dies, but that's 2 executes now for Jiwoo, who's looking for more. There's the third one. Triple comes forward from Jiwoo. And that will be 4 as Guma does bite the dust, and Jiwoo will survive. Quadra kill as T1 can't quite break the base down.
All right, so that is so much money that he just picked up here. We'll see what he ends up buying. Could just straight Smolder and the upset. Nongshim have Prio, and now Dindin, he's going to back. He can take in.
Yeah, are they going to fight this or what? I mean, maybe looking for a steal of some sort. It's just going to come down to a 50-50, but that's Elise City kicks him away, and it goes to Forest! Guma is going to get it! As, you know, Forest does have a smite of his own. It's his Q button, and he will take it down in the chaos. T1 get it, and they're just waiting for the Smolder. There's like negative damage going into him, though. Jiwoo kept alive by the Melio. Meanwhile, Zeus trying to end the game.
Which Elder's better, Valdez? I think I know. He's going to TP back.
Okay. And the game is not over.
It's not over. It's not over. Jiwoo, how many stacks? But they're not consistent. So he's just had so much power in all of these extended fights. Now T1 are going to start this Baron up on spawn here. No one is even in the top half of the map.
They're just using the Elder Drake to get this objective, and they'll have
so much damage.
Yeah, the trouble you mentioned is 1 Q.
Yeah, just one.
Which is actual trouble. Carry as well. He nearly died. He almost died from 2 abilities. And now we got Gnar in the top side, big equalizer. T1 trying to put an end to this one, but can they is the question. Guma desperate to try to take down the turret. He gets the 1, and Dindin is tanky enough. We still got 1 Nexus turret, and that might be enough as Jiwoo is so fast. He's going to land 1 Q onto Guma. Guma, he's going to flash and die.
Flash is too late. He's in Q range. Just come back into this fight at full health. Not going to be allowed to. TP here on Zeus.
This is Jiwoo, and I think he's going to be able to kill Zeus. Zeus just going the opposite way. T1 are taking down the Elder Drake as this is happening. And Zeus, I mean, this is going to take a while for them to kill him. He might even be able to get this inhibitor as Mega.Gnar comes in. He's got Zonya's created as Mega.Gnar, and down he will go. He does get executed, but Elder Drake taken by T1.
Yeah, but Elder Drake just isn't that good for T1, to be honest with you, Valdez. Like, their comp doesn't do longer damage.
They deny it from...
Fly over it, though.
Uh-oh, Jiwoo, he's getting aggressive.
Okay, now he doesn't have his flight. Let's see if Baker decides to capitalize on this.
Guma almost died. And he's going to flash early this time. A Q comes down on Owner. I don't think he's getting out of here unless he flashes. He's going to elect not to flash. As meanwhile, Zeus, he's looking for the end. He's trying to just take down the turret, and he will. He's going to take it. The rest of the team is just running away. They do not want to fight this Smolder.
I mean, look at how many structures T1 have up as well. It's not like T1 can just go, oh, or rather, Nongshim can just go, oh, okay, well, we killed your critical members here. Let's just push this 5.
Then you can get in. Also, if Faker does it, he can just Weaver's Wall in. So that's another option.
Yeah,
but
they need,
in Zeus's case, right?
They need to realize that and actually sweep that out potentially here is T1 are going to start the Elder to try to bait them in to being away from their base and not reacting. And Nongshim also don't care about
they know. They just pinged it. Yeah. They know something is there. This Elder Drake goes down and I think nobody cares.
I think he just swept it, yeah. He just swept it. This is basically okay.
This guy.
Faker's just gonna try to get an inhibitor down because when these inhibitors are up, you have so much time, and the fact that Jiwoo also has teleport is just so frustrating because he can just come back at any time and deal with you.
All right.
And they got Baron, but no inhibitors. So right now, I got the count. 4 Barons have been taken. Now 5, 3 Elders. Guess what? Nongshim, 1 Elder baby. Is that Nexus naked? That's right. You guys aren't seeing this wrong.
Jiwoo, okay, he just tried to get in there. That was a bit scary. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. My heart was not ready.
No. Carrier.
Bomb called down. He's on the run. No, he's dead.
He's trying to bait, but this...
Oh, no, he gets the flash. Great timing. Equalizer comes out for a bit of poke, I guess.
I mean, he avoids the Glacial Prison.
1Q. Oh! Jiwoo! He's dead! They did it! They killed the Smolder!
That's game!
That's the game! All they had to do was kill Jiwoo! And they did it! GG! I guess T1 will take this one as they use their 3rd Elder Dragon to win game number 2.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable game of League of Legends. Doing better.
These were some of the best highlights from all of the LCK Spring matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.